Hello, greetings, my dear friends and brethren. Today, we will be doing a very, very, very interesting video. So, I always thought about something. Is it actually possible to learn a language just by studying it for like 10 minutes a day if you do that every day for a year or so? I've never tried anything like it. I usually sit down and I study a language every day for a few hours a day, right? So I spend 2 hours a day, an hour a day, whatever, for a few months, and then once I get to conversation level, and after that I use the language myself, develop it. And then you have some language I've just dabbled in, such as Latin or Esperanto, right? I speak them, I know a bit, but I've dabbled in them, right? But would it be possible to actually learn a language reasonably well, just by studying it 5 to 10 minutes a day? To try this out, we will be starting an experiment to see if that actually works. So from now on, I will be spending 5 to 10 minutes a day, every single day, learning Afrikaans. Now, why have I picked Afrikaans, you might be thinking? You probably do remember the video I did about Germanic languages, which was pretty great. You should definitely watch it. You remember how I was able to understand Afrikaans really well? So I thought, wow, I actually quite like Afrikaans. I think it looks pretty cool. That's a nice language. I do like it. Tell you what, if I had the time, I'd learn Afrikaans, is what I told myself. And I thought, I don't have the time to learn Afrikaans right now. I have too many other languages I'm juggling with. So, Afrikaans is nice though. It's fun, it would be easy, and there's some interesting history behind it. I've been reading a bit about the Boer Wars and the Great Trek and stuff like that. It's all pretty interesting. It's the perfect language to experiment with because it's reasonably easy. I can already understand the written form of Afrikaans very well, as you saw in that video. If it works, it's a free language essentially, and what it would mean is that I could learn a lot of language without really noticing it. I think it's interesting because especially if it works, if you can actually do this, it could revolutionize the way people learn languages, right? I'm going to be serious. I'm going to study the way I usually do. I'm going to make sure that those 5 to 10 minutes really count. I'm going to really focus. One of the main things I always say about languages is you have to learn them every day. You have to spend a bit of time every day. The question is, does it matter how much time you spend? Is there a difference between an hour, 2 hours? No, in my experience, there isn't a big difference between spending an hour on a language and 2 hours. More or less the same. Because your brain gets tired and you can only absorb so much new information, right? So the thing is, could you actually learn a language? It's definitely going to take longer if you spend 5-10 minutes a day, but would it be possible to learn a language just by studying it a few minutes a day? Will I be able to speak Afrikaans in a year? I'll be doing updates along the way, and then another thing we'll be doing quite soon is we'll try the opposite theory. So we'll see what happens if I spend 100 hours studying a language within a really short period of time. I'm going to take another language, not Afrikaans, but another one, and study it for like 8 hours a day for a few weeks, and see how far I can get with that. Just to see if the amount of time you spend on a language is what's important, or if the fact that you do it every day is what's important. I think it's a combination. I mean, it's obviously a combination. We're going to see how it works. So it's a bit of an experiment we'll be doing. Have a good one, my dear friends, and we'll see each other soon. Tot ziens.